Hey everybody, I have a video here for you today. Now, one of the goals of my channel is just to document as many ancient sites from across the world as I can. And whether they are very popular or unknown, that is unimportant to me, because some of the lesser known ones are actually very important. They just haven't been researched or studied as much. But these are the Hurler stones. They are located in the United Kingdom, England, and I know many of you are familiar with other circular sites in the United Kingdom, most famously Stonehenge. They are spread all over, up into Scotland and Ireland. But here you see the remnants of this ancient stone circle. And this is what it looks like down on the ground. Megalithic stones put in circles. There are 3 circles here. And once again, they are called the Hurler stones. And I think the general view on this is they were made about 4,500 years ago. And I just want to show you another site that is located right near this, and obviously done probably by the same culture. But we have this hill here, and dotted all over this area is just strange landscape. Obviously remnants of an ancient civilization, but we have these stones piled up on this hill. We have an ancient stone ring up on top, and whenever you have something that, and stone walls here too, you can see here, going over to this other stone pile. And I originally looked into this when I was trying to find things that look similar to America's Stonehenge, if any of you are familiar with that site. But this is called the Langstown Downs and Sharp Tor. And this over here on the other side is called the Cheese Ring. Obviously remnants from an ancient civilization. And this is not very well known, or at least I was not that familiar with it. But I want to take you back down here to the stone circles. And whenever you have stone circles, these were used for astronomical purposes, looking at celestial objects, tracking them over the sky. But as you see here, I put a placement down in the middle of the circle here, and I just wanted to do the same with the other 2 circles. You can see clearly a large middle circle that's just slightly bigger than the circle here up at the top. And then down here, I had to do a little reading, look at some old pictures, and read about the site. But we have a 3rd circle here, and some of the stones are still aligned in the circle, but many of them are missing. And here you see just a distant shot of the 3 circles here. And I just want to show you what it looks like when I put placements down in the middle of the other 2 circles here. And here you see we have a large circle up here. I put the placement in the middle. The center circle is the largest one, and then we have a smaller 3rd circle here that is slightly offset. This is a little harder to see. I had to look at some old pics and do a little reading, but there is clearly a 3rd circle here. Some of the outer stones are still remaining, but this is where it was, and this is the center of it. And when you back out here, what you have here is 2 larger circles with a smaller one that is slightly offset. This is clearly in the image of Orion's belt. Cultures all over the world revered Orion in a certain way, and whenever you have circular stones like this, they were doing probably astronomical alignments, and when you lay it out like Orion, you're telling the people down the line exactly what you were looking at. But this also, here's that look again at the Hurler stones. But this is clearly in the depiction of Orion's belt, just as here up at Thornborough, a much more famous henge is clearly laid out in the image of Orion's belt, and here are the stars of Orion's belt superimposed on this little diagram here. They match exactly to Thornborough, and I'm sure if you did that down here at the Hurler stones, you would find an exact match too. This culture coming from about maybe 4,500 years ago. They had their eye on Orion. This is located in Great Britain, in England. I have made a few other videos. I have one showing Thornborough and a place called the Clava Cairns in Scotland that depicts Orion's belt also. I will leave those links below. Hope you thought this was interesting. You have a nice day.